What's up, guys? Squall this here, and welcome to another episode of Road 2. And in this episode, what I'm really going to try to talk about is how to get better at fighting games. Now, I know I'm not like the best at fighting games, so me giving you guys advice on how to get good could possibly be off-putting for you guys, but hey, I'm just trying to help you guys out. So, when it comes down to getting better at fighting games, I think I'm going to break it down in three simple steps. And these three simple steps are: step one, recording your own footage. Now, I know for some people, a lot of people, they don't want to record their matches because they feel that they're not good enough. But when it comes down to recording matches, they're really helpful. They're really insightful. And the reason why I say this is because you get to go back. You always have something to go back to, and you always have something to watch, and you always have something to take notes from, as you know, what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Now, when it comes down to what you're doing right, it's obviously going to be in the matches that you're winning. Rather, it's you did a setup right. Rather, it's you did a combo right. Rather, it's whatever the case may be in that match that you're winning. You're going to find something that you're doing right. And when it comes down to the match that you're losing, you're going to find out what you're doing wrong. You're going to find out that, hey, I'm not anti-airing enough. I need to do this. Or, hey, I'm not blocking correctly. I need to do this. Or, I did something stupid like wake up Ultra and I knew that he was going to block, but I did it anyways because, hey, YOLO. You're going to figure out those things, and you're going to be able to work on those things as well. And this is going to take us over to the next part of this step, which is called practicing. Which is obvious for anyone that wants to be good at fighting games. Well, practicing, when it comes down to practicing, what you need to do is grab you a sheet of paper, or put it in your phone, or whatever the case may be, something that you can always look at. And what you're gonna put on this, you're gonna make a chart, a bubble chart thing, whatever it's called. Okay, and in that first bubble, this is gonna be your main bubble, and it's gonna be, can I practice now? And then you're gonna make two lines with two different bubbles. On the top bubble, it's gonna say yes, and then after that, it's gonna go to another bubble that says practice now. And then what you're going to do in the next bubble is practice combos out of 10. So what you're going to do is practice your combo 10 times, and then you're going to go over to become more consistent at it. And becoming more consistent at it is nailing it back to back to back to back to back. If you nail it 10 times in a row, then you keep on doing it 10 times in a row. If you drop it, then you start back over to 1. And the bottom bubble is going to say no. And then you're going to draw another line to another bubble. And what this bubble is going to have is your excuse as to why you can't practice. Because when it comes down to practicing, we all have excuses. Even myself sometimes. I have an excuse. And it's mainly because I feel that I'm not doing something right, or I'm not being consistent enough in certain things, and that's my excuse for not practicing. And then in the next bubble is gonna put, forget your excuses, go practice. And then you're gonna repeat the same thing that you did for the top bubble with practice your combo out of 10, become more consistent at it. And after you become more consistent at it, it's gonna have continuously practice. And that's how you're going to become more consistent at your combos, at your setups, at whatever it is that you have, that's whatever it is, whatever combo, whatever setup, whatever situation that, that you want to practice out, it's gonna all become better because you're practicing it. Step 3 is playing, and playing consistently. Okay. For myself personally, I can openly admit that when it came down to Killer Instinct, when it first came out, I played it the entire month that it came out, and I'll say about the first week of December that it came out, and then I stopped playing it. Why? Because when I was winning, I would often come across people that would rage quit because I was winning, and it would frustrate the living hell out of me. I mean, this would frustrate me so much that I would actually stop playing the game because it would happen back to back to back. And it's just like, why can't people accept their losses? And it's because in a game like Killer Instinct, people could rage quit without any penalties at that point in time. This is well before the patch of hell came in, and then everything got fucked up in Killer Instinct. And what I mean by fucked up is that the netcode isn't as good as it was when it first came out. And there's some weird shit that happens too in that game. But whatever. That's not the point. People could rage quit in that game without having any penalties at all. Like 0. And this is how people was ranking up in Killer Instinct. They would rage quit against the people that could beat them, and beat the people that they could beat in order to rank up. Because when you quit, it doesn't take your rank down at all in Killer Instinct at first. I'm not sure if it does it now, but I know now if you activate Ultra and they rage quit, it still gives you the win. But I don't think it gives you the actual progression that you would have got in rank for actually winning. But whatever. So I stopped becoming consistent in Killer Instinct, and I took like, I believe, a 3-week break, and I'm still not playing it now, to be honest. But that's the point of Road 2, is to get me back into Killer Instinct, is to get me back into Skullgirls and actually become good at it, and actually start going to tournaments, and actually stop doubting myself as a player. Because as a player, I know my background history with fighting games. I know I used to be good with fighting games. I know I used to win local tournaments at fighting games. I know I placed second at a local tournament, at a local play and trade tournament for Tekken 6, and I never played Tekken 6. That was when Tekken 6 first came out, and I literally haven't played Tekken in years, and I got second place at that tournament, all because of one night. No, all because of not one night, but consecutive nights of practice in Tekken 4, and I was able to go and take second place at a local play and trade tournament. That doesn't mean shit to anybody, but it means something to me. And that's what you have to understand as a player. When you're doing good, you have to learn to accept that it may not mean nothing to anybody, but it'll mean nothing to you. So if you win a local tournament at your school, that means something to you. You may not have a trophy. You may not, no one may be watching this. No one may be streaming it. But you won that tournament. You won that local tournament. You came up on top against everyone else that was at that tournament. It doesn't matter where it's at. It doesn't matter if it's at GameStop. It doesn't matter if it's at Play and Trade. It doesn't matter. You won. Now, that was just a little rant about myself, so I can actually uplift myself. But like I said, step 3 is called playing consistently. So what you're gonna be doing is playing every day. I'll say about an hour. An hour is a good amount of matches for you to get in. And if it's in multiple games, I say that you set up a schedule. So let's say that you want to get good at Marvel, AE, Cross Tekken, and Persona 4 Arena, right? So what you're gonna do is have a schedule for every day or every other day for those fighting games. So I said AE, Marvel, Cross Tekken, Persona. So that's 4 games. It's 7 days out of the week. So you can do this every other day. And what you're going to do is like Monday, 1 hour of practice, 1 hour of playing. Wednesday, I think I said Marvel. Yeah, Marvel, 1 hour of practice, 1 hour of playing. Friday, Cross Tekken, 1 hour of practice, 1 hour of playing. Sunday, Persona, 1 hour of practice, 1 hour of playing. And what you're going to do is you're going to follow this schedule through because of your second step, which is called practicing and becoming more consistent. Because you're already playing the game, you have no choice but to go online and play matches. You don't have a choice at that point because you're already playing the game. You have no excuse anymore. You can't say, oh, well, I'm just practicing today. No, because it's step 3 of playing consistently. If you're practicing consistently, you're playing consistently. So hopefully this will help you guys and help myself become better at fighting games. And hopefully you guys like this type of advice. It took a lot longer than what I actually wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like 4 minutes, but I kind of went off trail, which is normal. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. And again, if you guys like this series, subscribe to the channel because it's going to be a lot more of this series. It's probably gonna be the longest series on the channel. So hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you guys subscribe, like, comment, favorite, all that stuff that, you know, people of YouTube do when they like a video. And I'll catch you guys next time.